Thursdays popping, you think? You think Thursdays are popping? Oh, girl, if there's people that come on here, we're going to make some followers. Got my little feet out. My little slippers.
Yes. Get the people.
Get the people. Okay, so it's Diddy, Fat Joe, Tyler Perry. That's a lot.
So far.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow,
The drug dealer, right?
the drug dealer takes the stand.
Hey.
Brendan Paul.
Okay. What's his name?
Ooh,
Randy Paul?
Brendan.
Brandon Paul. Oh. In and out.
And we don't know what's up with the jurors.
Mm-mm.
Now, is it a coincidence? There's a lot happening. R. Kelly is trying to say that he's having a rough time in jail. He's scared.
Oh, God. Okay, Diddy's on trial.
He's on trial. Now there's people coming out against Tyler Perry.
One so far.
It was a matter of time.
And then there's Fat Joe.
Now there's Fat Joe.
Allegedly, Rock Nation's included in the lawsuit.
Well, I just watched that Travis Scott
Yeah.
and the fact that nobody from Rock Nation stopped that concert and they knew
Yeah.
at least 2 people were dead is disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was heartbreaking. I remember watching it. I was like, what the hell?
They have audio from the Rock Nation person who went backstage and said it was 9:52. And they said play till 10 o'clock. There's 4 people getting CPR right now. 2 are for sure dead.
Yeah, see,
and
that's
they kept
crazy.
It going.
Yeah, you should have stopped it. You should have stopped it.
But what I don't understand is at the time Travis Scott was with Kylie Jenner, right?
Uh-huh.
How do they never get in trouble?
I don't understand how none of the famous people ever. Like if Diddy had, they're saying that Diddy's trying to do what OJ did.
Did you see what I saw? Do you know what I saw this morning?
Huh.
Everyone's lost their mind. Ray J was on Instagram Live talking about he was high off Oxycontin at Masika's house.
Everybody's lost it. Everybody's lost it. And I'm trying to like keep track. And there's just so much different stories happening at one time. Right? There's Diddy, Fat Joe, Tyler Perry, the apartment guy.
The who?
The apartment guy.
Oh, I was like, oh my God, where? Yeah. Yes, guys, we saw.
Yeah, tonight's been wild.
Deported.
Yeah, he almost got deported. He was like, where are you going to deport me to? Oh, Lord. It was wild.
He was under the impression. Okay, so for anyone that's live who lives in an apartment complex, just know that that is not private property.
Oh, thank you for the hearts.
Apartment complexes are not private property.
No. It's just a lot. And my camera is making my slippers all weird.
Oh, look, show my toes. I got my toes done.
Look at her toes. What? No, look at my camera. Ever since we started talking about this stuff, it's all blurry. Look.
Ooh.
What the hell? My phone was just not blurry on the camera. Now all of a sudden we're talking about Diddy and everybody is blurry on the channel.
Well, let the people know. She saw the SpaceX shuttle take off.
I did, you guys. I thought it was a missile.
Yeah.
Because Iran and Israel got some stuff going on, right? And I don't think we should go into a war.
And she thought we were.
And I thought we were going into one.
She thought we were under attack. So
I was freaking out.
She didn't send it to the Pentagon. She didn't send it to the 911. She sent it to me.
I was like,
and I felt the pressure of protecting our country. So I investigated. And a little 4-year-old helped me out.
A little girl. She was so excited to see it. She's like, look, Mom. What'd she say?
Look at this space shuttle. It's so beautiful. And we were like, what the
Yeah,
heck
and I was
that?
on video recording at the same time probably. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, everything is fine, guys.
Yeah, guys, we're not trying to get demonetized, so just send us your Cash App. Okay? subscribe.
Yeah,
Follow,
YouTube's very
subscribe.
picky on what you say on here.
Yeah,
And I
just-
really want to go deep down the rabbit holes with y'all. Like, maybe not the
Go
rabbit
for
holes. We don't need to go way down.
go for it.
Yeah, gopher. We just need to see the main. Hi. What's happening? We're talking about life. And right now, there's just a lot.
There was a moon.
Oh, a red moon. We had a
and I
red
think
moon.
That has left some
Have-
residual energy.
Yeah. So there was a red moon. There's the Diddy trial. There's the allegedly Fat Joe thing. Allegedly.
Well, there is that, but it's not alleged because there is a Diddy trial. So
Well, yeah,
that's
there is
alleged.
a Diddy trial.
There is a Tyler Perry lawsuit now.
Yeah, that's true too.
There is a Fat Joe lawsuit now.
Yeah, you
The
guys.
stuff they're being sued for is alleged.
Yeah.
But
the lawsuits are real.
Happening are real.
Yeah. And YouTube is very, very picky on what they allow. Like, I watch YouTube and I see other people's channels where they listen to music and they'll be away from their computer listening to music. But when I try to go on mine and have a music session, they want to say I can't do that.
What's also really interesting
So.
is like what we're learning from the Diddy trial is like there have been tons of lawsuits. We learned that from the R. Kelly trial actually. There's tons of lawsuits. So the fact that this Tyler Perry lawsuit and Fat Joe lawsuit are being published and recognized by I mean it's not the New York Times, but by people like TMZ and stuff, make me believe that there's some credibility to some of it.
Okay, you guys, there was just a lawsuit out on Fat Joe.
Like,
Should-
subscribe, and comment.
Yes. Should
Bell and more.
should
We
we?
have to keep it real with you guys. We don't care if we get demonetized.
Yeah, we just have to be honest, and sometimes you can't be honest with YouTube.
We're gonna learn how to say some of these words in other languages. That's what
Yeah.
her page different. She's not gonna say actual. She's gonna say.
Yeah, some other language. Throw everybody off.
We're gonna learn how
But
to say other
we
words
are gonna go and we're gonna watch.
in another language.
We're gonna listen to what's her name that we watch on there?
Which one?
The one that was just talking about the trial. We should
Tisa.
reaction.
Tisa.
Yeah,
we like
Shout out to
Tisa.
Tisa.
Shout
She
out to
is
Tisa.
she
keeps it
is
real.
in the mix.
Yeah, and I like her.
She's just so honest and straightforward. It's just a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna react. Let's react.
But we're gonna watch it and do a little reaction. And this is about the Fat Joe. Allegation.
Allegedly, this guy just happened.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta get into my house and
Just
y'all be
happened.
nosy. So.
I really can't stop messing with my nail. Who, when you get your nails done, can't stop messing with
Okay. Hold on, y'all. We are going to get it together. Okay? Got this.
Get it
Get this.
together.
Got this. All right.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, yeah, it is. Can we? I don't know. Come on, you coming?
Come on, Mom. Mama, I'm surprised she's not like attacking you.
Yeah, and I'm in shorts, so what's going on? She walked away. What am I, ashy?
My
Baby
eye-
oil. Oil me
Oh,
up.
God.
Oil me up.
That is crazy. And he would like warm it.
Because we're freaking off.
Oh, we're freaking off.
We're
It's
freaking
crazy.
off. Who
It
else
is
is
crazy.
throwing themselves a freak off birthday party this
my
year?
God.
I am. Bring
She's
your baby
wild,
oil.
y'all.
I'm not doing white towels. I'm doing blue towels.
Blue towels. Okay, so let's get this reaction
Oh, yeah.
going.
Hold on, let me just lower my temperature.
Oh, yeah, it's hot,
I
you
just
guys.
started sweating.
We live in the desert and it's
Wait,
like
can I have a sip of
100.
your drink? Or do you have water in there?
I don't.
Me neither. Well, I think I have.
I have a
some.
soda though. It's on the
Can I have a
table.
sip?
Yeah.
I know, I tried to take it earlier.
I'm also trying to get better at drinking water, everybody. I had 2 bottles. Oh, boo, it's right here. My, I literally brought it outside. I'm so dumb, bro.
Oh, are you coming? You thought I was going in? You thought I was feeling you? To munch. To brunch.
Laugh aloud at freak off.
Right? Wait, who's down? Who's down?
Wild.
What'd they say?
No, they didn't say they're down.
What'd they say? Are they having
They
one for their birthday party?
said laugh out loud at freak off.
At freak off! I'm trying to get a freak off birthday party. Who else thinks freak offs are gonna be the theme of the year?
You.
Well, I'm just a little different. Look, my freak off may not be your freak off. Okay, everyone's is a little different.
She can have a garden. Well, I was gonna say a garden freak off, but that sounds wild. Just her and the hoe outside.
And baby oil.
Wow. Did you bring a lighter?
Yeah, I have a lighter. I have no cigarettes. Can I have one?
Oh, yeah.
We're starting from the beginning because some of this I haven't even heard yet. Oh my gosh. Okay, shout out to Tisa Tell.
Yes.
That's her YouTube. We follow her. Well, yeah, I think I do subscribe to her. Yeah, I'm subscribed. Subscribe, like, and comment. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Diddy like crimes and
Diddy like crimes, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
baby, this one is a doozy. What is going on? Remember we said that Diddy was going to set the level, and if the prosecution put him away, there's going to be so many other people to fall. Baby, next up on the roster is Fat Joe, Terror Squad. Yeah, let me run this down really quick for you because this breakdown is ridiculous. Okay, listen. Here's everything that's in play. I had to take notes so much. Let me run it down, then we're going to go on live and read the lawsuit.
Oh,
the
should I?
main laws at play.
I don't know where should we put it.
They're trying to get him on a RICO Act.
We'll put it long ways right here. Will that look right?
Victims Protection
Like
Act.
that?
Federal wire and mail fraud,
All right, love you.
and unjust enrichment, fraud, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Baby, let's get into this, all right? So the plaintiff is Terrence Dixon. Again, we're going to go in deeper, but we got to talk about this. The plaintiff is Terrence Dixon. He served as Fat Joe's hype man, writer, vocalist, tour manager, and bodyguard from 2005 to 2022. He claims he was never properly credited or paid, despite contributing to multiple hits and international tours. And when I said that, I said, okay, so this sounds like standard fodder. And I've been hearing whispers about what was going on in Terror Squad. But get this, he also alleges psychological abuse, financial theft, sexual coercion, and violent intimidation. Who are the defendants, all right? They're saying Fat Joe, Joseph Cartagena, is the ringleader.
That's his name.
Pistol Pete Torres is the muscle and enforcer. Richard Josperetti is a business manager and internal enforcer.
Oh, commercial.
Sorry, y'all. There's a commercial.
Wait,
We gotta get into this.
His wife.
Focus on
This
fast
is
response tactics to
crazy.
stop them early, or play the long game and use your advantage to turn the game around. It's all up to you. Everything.
Okay.
And Erica, there's Erica Moriera, is a fake lawyer who set up the shell companies for laundering money. Oh my God. And get this, and Sneaker Addict Touring LLC and Slate Incorporated, the corporate fronts for fraud. They also got Rock Nation in here, but they're saying Rock Nation just benefited from the touring and whatnot. The main RICO is Fat Joe. Okay, so here's the allegations. Unpaid labor and song theft.
Thank you for the
So
light.
Terrence claims that he co-wrote and performed 20 or more songs. We all the way up. Congratulations, ice cream, etc. He was allegedly promised 15% of all earnings and credit, but he received nothing. Instead, he got ghost contracts, and forged split sheets were submitted to BMI ASCAP, cutting him out. I think that's the record, people. Hold on, y'all.
Not ASCAP.
I know we're starting slow. It's about to get crazy.
ASCAP. That's the
Money laundering and
songwriting.
tax fraud. Fat Joe allegedly collected hundreds and thousands in cash and didn't report it. He used fake W-2s to inflate Terrence's income on IRS records to hide wage theft. The sneaker store Up NYC operated as a front, with employees flaunting luxury despite low official salaries. And defendants filed for fraudulent PPP loans using Sneaker Addict Touring. There's also tour exploitation and financial control. They said he was booked for over 200 shows, but only paid $254 per show, while the contracts showed that they paid him $3,000. His per diem of $100 a day was routinely stolen. He slept in lobbies while others flew first class. And Fat Joe allegedly took $30K Live Nation check meant for Terrence and used it to pay his own taxes. But y'all, let's get into this. The sexual coercion and control. Baby, this is a detailed unpacking. Now, there is a section of the lawsuit that alleges that Fat Joe used Smex as a method of psychological domination, humiliation, and subjugation. These weren't isolated incidents, he's claiming, and they were rooted in consensual groupie culture. This was an alleged systematic pattern of sexual coercion used to break and control Terrence. Here's how it unfolded. Okay, now this is alleged based on his complaint, but let's get into this, okay? He said he wasn't just performing music. He was allegedly forced to perform sexually, not for his own gratification, but to maintain access to income, travel, shelter, and safety. Fat Joe allegedly made it clear that compliance equals survival. You refuse and your flight home gets canceled. You refuse and you sleep in the lobby. You refuse and you lose your spot. Okay, so there was performance-based humiliation. In one specific incident in Miami, after a show, Fat Joe allegedly brought a woman to his hotel suite. He ordered Terrence to sleep with her in front of a group, with the bathroom door open, shouting, "Get your D hard, Terrence." Or they're calling him TA. Members of the crew, including Pistol Pete and JB, reportedly watched and laughed. One joked, "Yo, Joe, I'm not about to stand here and watch this ninja's D." Terrence allegedly did not want to participate, but he felt he had no choice. Also, there was surveillance and direction. These sexual performances were sometimes filmed, sometimes directed. The environment was described as under surveillance. There were security cameras, management staff. They even said Rock Nation's extended team were allegedly aware. Joe was said to have orchestrated who TA would sleep with, watched and sometimes gave verbal instructions. Is this not sounding like Diddy and Cassie? And used the presence of others to enforce psychological shame. Now, he did say there was retaliation for refusal. On at least one occasion, Terrence refused to comply with the coerced Smex Act. In response, Fat Joe canceled his flight, left him stranded overseas, and cut off access to money or shelter, making him fully dependent on Joe's approval to survive. And there was also creepy language of ownership. He alleges that Joe made it clear that his bodies and his actions were not his own. The expectation was...
Okay, hold on. Let's pause for a second. Okay. So now, who thinks that Jane Doe in the Diddy trial, who went to a really famous rapper's Smex Off party, remember? Freak Off? And then I kept thinking it was Kanye.
Yeah.
No, what if it was Fat Joe?
Oh.
Because it sounds like he does those.
Yeah.
He doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, oh my God. Okay, she's describing what Jane Doe described.
To do this
Wait,
in the
we
house.
can't let them see.
Should we?
Yeah, because it's hot out.
Yeah. Hold on, y'all. We gotta move again. Oh, damn. Yeah, I left mine outside.
Oh, I'll grab it.
Yeah, there's one outside, boo. Unless you want to get a...
I want a cold sip.
Oh, then yeah, get one of those. It should be cold. I have to try to get it to where they can see that and not everything else in the house, you know? Hold on, y'all. Damn kids, bro. I think it's underneath the swing. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get a good view of this. Oh, that's me. Looking crazy. How come? If I do it this way, will it stay like that? Y'all see? I don't know if they can see from there. I'm trying not to get anything else in the view, you know? Oh. Your screen turned off.
Wait, why I can't move this? Wait. Oh. Okay, hold on, people. Wait, I don't know. What am I doing with this?
It's gotta face that, but
Okay, hold on.
move your code. Hold on, yo.
Available on command. Never say no.
Oh, what
or
happened to
you're
my
out.
screen?
And this
Oh, I
wasn't
think I
about
did blue
pleasure.
screen
It was
or
about
green screen.
enforcing loyalty
Hold on, y'all.
through
How do I get rid of this?
humiliation. Now listen, these actions are framed in the lawsuit as
I don't know
textbook
what's
sex
happening,
trafficking
y'all.
under coercion.
Okay.
Especially the forced performance under threat, inability to leave due to financial and physical control, repetition over time. He claimed over 4,000 acts he was forced to perform. And the occurrence across state lines intentional.
4,000.
You guys, he also claimed about lining him up.
Hold on, y'all. I'm
He said
learning
that
to do
when
this,
he started
okay?
to complain, Fat Joe attempted a violence or a hit. Now let's talk
I'm
about
trying,
the
y'all,
retaliation
okay?
attempt
Work
after
with
he
me
began
here.
asserting his rights publicly. Now there's
Here's the
supposedly an audio recording
to
of
put
the
that on?
setup. The lawsuit includes a recorded call between Pistol Pete, Fat Joe's enforcer, and a man named Percy,
Y'all
a
see?
mutual contact of both Pete
Yeah,
and
okay.
Terrence. Here was the plan. Pete allegedly asked Percy to get in touch with TA and Terrence and convince him of the meetup, so the enterprise could deal with them, interpreted as a violent ambush. These are the key quotes from the audio.
Oh. Add again.
How come it's not going?
It's-
Oh, now it is. We cannot endorse nor whatever this ad. Oh, but I
Yo,
love
he can't come
candy.
around the hood. He needs to be dealt with accordingly. My hood is gonna bring him to me like they always done. Ninja's gonna bring it right to where you at. He implies that TA violated Joe by speaking out, and retaliation was expected. And when Percy refused to help line TA up, Pete replied, don't ever tell me bring a ninja to you. I'm never doing that. Of course, lining up, I don't know. I guess that speak for putting a hit out on someone. So, was there a real attempt? Well, from the lawsuit, there was no actual attack occurred. This recording clearly outlines an active conspiracy to set him up for a potential assault or even worse. The threats were specific, they were targeted, and they were made by someone, Pete, with a known history, that's his enforcer, of carrying out Joe's violent orders. This lawsuit.
Okay, if people on the live have ever watched Growing Up Hip Hop, remember there was a time that Fat Joe's son was on the show? It was like one season. The son that no one ever really talks about, because Fat Joe has a son named Joseph Cartagena Jr., and he has a son that is severely autistic.
Yeah.
And then he has the daughter. And the daughter lately has hella been in the media, because she's like Diddy's daughter's age, you know, but she's like fashion and everything. And I've always wondered, okay, I get Fat Joe is dope in New York, I guess, you know, but all the way up and lean back does not yield all the money that this man seems to have.
Yeah.
And they are very tied to the Riddingers. And if anyone on the live knows who that is, like Lauren Riddinger, J.R. Riddinger, that's multi-level marketing people, MLM, which are schemes, like pyramid schemes. Okay, anyway. Just dropped in some gems. I'm telling you guys, I dropped these little things and watch it's gonna come out. You can ask my best friend whose channel this is. You better like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
But I'm old. For those people in the chat, I'm old. So I've been around to seen enough now to put it together. These people are like a couple years older than me.
Treats doesn't just talk about verbal abuse, but a predicate act under RICO and witness tampering statutes. You guys,
And
what is going on over in Terror Squad?
And it looks shady.
You guys, what is going on?
Said something back then.
Again, there was psychological coercion that they cited. Fat Joe's mantra is nobody leaves Terror Squad in one piece. Reference past violence like the slashing of Cuban Link as a warning. And TA was threatened with being stranded overseas, losing work, and being publicly shamed. Y'all, what? The enterprise culture, code words and enforcers, the crew used coded terms like ketchup, that meant slashing, Maytunden, that meant Maytunden, what is that? That meant murk people, cowpea, that meant slap, and Corbin, meant put in a casket. Violent enforcers like Pistol Pete and Rich Player were used in these recorded conversations, and the culture functioned like a criminal hierarchy with orders, punishment, and obedience. You guys, what is going on?
That's what we're trying to figure
this
out.
is no shocking thing. TA claims he was forced in over 4,000 sexual acts, often orchestrated and watched by Fat Joe. What? Okay, these are all alleged. We don't know if it happened. I assume if they're making a lawsuit, they have proof. But what is going on? Kanye allegedly likes to watch. Diddy likes to watch, and now they put Fat Joe's name on the list.
Is that what she just said?
Refusal led to retaliation, like stranding him in Germany.
She's saying that because she believes that. Oh, actually, maybe I think it has come out.
That Diddy,
That
Kanye was
likes
there?
to watch. That's like a thing Kanye likes.
At the
to
Diddy
do.
parties or like his
Just
own
in
life?
general, that's like a thing he likes. Just remember, what Diddy likes to do. There's a term we now know. It's called voyeurism.
Or Spain without tickets or lodging, and these acts were put on a humiliation ritual culture for control and subjugation. There was also exhibitionism and surveillance. In one incident,
for us, it's not for us. But like if you had a husband.
Yeah, he used it as a tool of discipline and power.
They don't know if you have a husband or not.
Also, he was scrubbed from linear notes, I guess that's music credits, ASCAP credits, and music metadata. Deprived of future licensing, sync, and publishing revenue. Estimated over 600,000 in royalties. Fake contracts were backdated to make it seem like Joe was the sole creator. Again, after he spoke out, Pistol Pete and Rich allegedly plotted ambush mutual flame named Percy refused to line him up and recorded a phone call with the threats. And again, the quotes include, he violated Joe, he needs to be dealt with. Now here's the last thing that I do want to say is very, very Diddy-like, and we need to talk about this. The lawsuit alleges Fat Joe had sexual relations with 3 underage.
We take it that extreme, like that's illegal.
We're going to refer to them as minions. One minion was a 6-year-old in New York City receiving cash and favors in exchange for sloppy toppy. Minion 2, 15-year-old overseas, allegedly flown to Miami and given a BBL, a 15-year-old. And Minion 3, met at 15, allegedly housed by Joe and mentioned in lyrics, "She's my mama." The song "She's My Mama" allegedly describes grooming of a 6-year-old, pressuring her to oral smacks and trafficking language.
What?
Okay, chat. I can't keep it in. This is what I'm saying. It's gonna come out, boo. What I've been telling you for the past few days. But I've heard this for years. Fat Joe's old school, right?
I never even heard that
So
song.
he doesn't do the thing that I told you.
Yeah.
And so it's been alleged that he is fine with other people doing that for his wife because that's just something he don't do. He's old school, he don't do that. So it's interesting, oral something's been spoken
Holding
about.
rugs, flying her around, and pimping her. TA claims the lyrics match the Minion 3's real experience and say the girl actually confirms it. They said Fat Joe allegedly covered up statutory rape by producer Dre of Cool and Dre. Dre reportedly confessed to having sex with a 15-year-old singer, K Rose, and Joe allegedly used burner phones to...
Dre used to be engaged to Christina Milian. Fun fact, back in the day.
Before Nick Cannon.
Cool and Dre were the freaking producers. This is like...
Yeah, she dated him before Nick Cannon.
Yeah, because they were the bomb. Back in like my high school days, it was like, you know, like for a while you'd hear the song Metro booming on the track and you know it would be a good song. Mustard on the beat. Yeah. Now, back then, Cool and Dre were like the thing, and then they ran. It was weird. It just went away. And then Christina Milian broke up with it. You know what I mean? It was weird. Like you don't even hear Cool and Dre anymore. You know?
That's crazy.
So for them to be named in something.
Silence the family. In case Roe
How do we set it up
disappeared.
So next time
Y'all, these are some serious allegations. We're gonna go live later on today to read through the whole lawsuit. But at the end of the day, maybe that's why everybody's being so quiet and people are really, really nervous because it wasn't just Diddy out there acting a fool. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the content. Let me know what you think. We're gonna go live later and talk about it. But yeah, this is a Tyrone Blackburn special. This lawsuit is over. This lawsuit is packed wall to wall with stuff. And all I gotta say is, why did Joe settle this? We saw what happened with Diddy when he let lawsuits just
something
go.
simple, because I gotta be up early Saturday.
Why didn't he settle? Why in this climate would you want that out? I hope to God none of this is true, but they say they got receipts, they got audio recordings, and they even got some of those little girls actually on record admitting, yeah, it's true.
Probably when
Y'all
you're
let me
in
know what you think in the
California.
comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Oh, she's done.
And the next week.
Okay,
Well,
so
because
she's
it's
done,
new.
guys.
Well, because
If you've recently been injured in a car
it's
accident,
new, so she literally just broke the news. We don't have anything.
Okay, I ended my live.